Gretna put together another successful season in 2015, ending up with a 7-4 record after a heartbreaking 15-13 loss to state runner-up Aurora in the second round of the Class B playoffs. The Dragons returned plenty of talent in 2016, led by 6'3", 295-pound offensive lineman Patrick Arnold.
Well, I think I had a pretty good season. I think I dominated the offensive line pretty well, and we had a really good team this year. We had a pretty good run game with Emma Knight, and pass game, Chase Templeman receiving, and defensive game, we had Brunner getting a lot of tackles. It's nice to see all these younger guys making contributions too. I mean, Emmett's going to South Dakota now, but we've got a strong team that we're going to leave behind, and I think next year we can maybe go to Lincoln. I mean, this year, every year we're always trying to get to Lincoln, and somehow the Gretna curse, we call it, we always fall just short. I mean, we were playing Aurora real tight, team that ended up going to the state championship and had a really good shot at winning the state championship, and last year we beat both the teams that were in the championship. So I don't know, we had a pretty good season all the way around. Personally, I think I did all right. I mean, I put up some pretty good numbers, I think, and my offense play I was really impressed with. Finishing blocks downfield, and got a few highlight films you guys want to watch.
And that ability to finish up front is definitely one of Patrick's strengths.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that, and being able to get under my opponent's pads, learn that through wrestling, and just my leverage and my hips, and just my meanness. You know, you gotta be tough in the trenches. So.
Arnold's play on the field has college coaches very interested.
Well, I've been pretty blessed so far this year. Well, this calendar year, I've had coaches from Wyoming, Princeton, Ohio, and I know 2 weeks ago, Coach Cass stopped by and talked to Coach Schrader. And aside from that, I've been invited to all of those junior days besides Ohio. And besides Ohio, I'm going to Wyoming's junior day, Iowa State, Nebraska, and South Dakota's junior days. Those are the only ones I know so far. Maybe more, maybe less.
Athlete Chase Templeman also had a breakout junior season for the Dragons at wide receiver.
We really got to finish everything we do. You know, losing 3 games in overtime. You know, we were right there for every one of those games. You know, we just got to push. You know, those final seconds, we got to make it there. So we got to put in extra work in the off season, lifting weights, running, just studying film, doing everything it takes. Last year was my first year playing wide receiver. Yeah, they moved me to wide receiver. Jared sent me some playing quarterback, and you know, I felt like I did a pretty good job. You know, first year playing wide receiver, got 500 yards, led the team in receiving, the district in receiving, and I was 3rd in the state for receiving too. So for my first year, I felt like that was a pretty good job.
Chase has also been hearing from several college coaches.
I've been talking to Dan Jackson from SDSU, and I'm going to be going to their junior day. I know Wyoming. I went to Kansas for an unofficial visit during the season, and yeah, so that's about it right now.
And with Templeman's versatility, he could play defensive back, quarterback, or wide receiver at the next level.
Well, when I went to Kansas, they were looking at me as a wide receiver, but as for all those other schools, they haven't really said anything about it yet, so I'm obviously going to leave that open to them. I'll play anywhere. Just want to be D1, you know. That's the ultimate dream.
And finally, fullback Grant Brunner shared the backfield with Emmett Knight last year and still gained 551 yards with 15 touchdowns. And at middle linebacker, he averaged 15.6 tackles per game.
Like Temp said, you know, we're all trying to get to the state finals. You know, falling up short to Aurora. I mean, it could have went either way. I think it was a 2-point game. A little bit of momentum swings here and there. I thought we played pretty well as a team. A lot of kids stepped up, a lot of young kids. Need to mature a little bit more. I think we got a lot of juniors coming back. We got a strong team coming back for next year, and I think this past year was a good wake-up call for some of us. Need to get going. You know, we got 1 more year left, and I think we really need to just get going and finish this thing off right. I think I'm a hard worker. I mean, I'm never going to give up on a play. I keep going. Even if it's 10 yards downfield, 40 yards downfield, I'm always going to try and be there trying to make a play. You know, anything can happen in the game of football. You never know what's going to happen, where it is, how it's going to happen. So.
So watch out for the Dragons in 2016. Reporting for HuskerOnline.com from Gretna, Nebraska, I'm Greg Peterson.